Thank you for choosing our Patio Heat channel. I'm Steve. We provide tips and information to extend the enjoyment of your patio project. Our videos give you a knowledgeable overview prior to investing in your outdoor heating equipment. Whether you are a professional or owner builder, we provide specific details for optimum heat coverage for your application. Post a comment or question, or for developed visual designs, send your request into designs@patioheat.com. We're here to work with you. For over 30 years, patio heating is the bedrock of our business, expressing what works best. Now let's get heating. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at this residential project we're working on. And I'm going to go ahead and turn that floor plan back off. I just wanted to see that I followed the floor plan as best as possible. And so let's go ahead and turn that off right now. But we have a reclining space over here and then an outdoor kitchen over here. There are doors that swing out into the patio. I placed the staircase over here or steps here just based on the fact that I believe there needs to be some steps for this height here. Not quite sure exactly how far out it goes, but let's go ahead and look at what we can do. I'm going to go ahead and first of all turn on the overall dimensions that I have here. So from this point here to the outer post here, I have that at 21 feet 2 inches. I have this outside edge post to this outside edge post at 20 feet 1/4. I have the bottom edge of the beams here going across on all three sides at 10 feet 1 inch, and then over here 10 foot 1 inch as well from the finished floor. Over here you can see I have it 19 feet. We'll just call it 20 feet this direction here, 10 feet this direction here. And I did put a 4-inch drop from here up, I should say, and then you can see at 2 foot 10 inches from that 10 foot 1 height from the finished floor up, as well as from that point down 3 feet 7 inches to the top edge of the doors roughly. I think that's pretty much it. The overall height of the structure inside here, I have it 17 feet 4.5 inches. Now I'm not quite sure if this portion of the ceiling here is sloped in this fashion, but I believe that's what I saw in an image I received. And also, you know, the rooftop I have at straight going across. So I think that's about it. Let's go ahead and look at what we can do. First of all, we'll look at the outdoor kitchen area. Oh, and I should also mention that they did say there will be drapes and screens that drop automatically, I'm assuming, from, you know, the inside edge of, or the inside portion of this beam area here, probably hidden inside here and then dropping down for those months where they want to reduce the amount of air movement and shade for the patio structure itself. Fireplace here, I'm not quite sure how much heat's going to be coming off that fireplace, and there will be a TV set over here, I believe. So let's go ahead and look at this over here first of all. So what they had initially thought of is placing the new 5200 watt units in the ceiling over here, and that would be fine. I didn't place that unit here. I put a 3000 watt unit in here just based on the fact that this is, you know, standing room only, and I don't see how you would want a very hot unit up here in these particular applications or locations. But you could go with the 5200 watt unit, but you'd really want to make sure you have a dimming system for something like that. You know, the placement of the heaters is based on the height of your body in relationship to those heaters. And these are infrared output light waves that come from the heater. Infrared light waves heat mass, and you want to be in the ideal amount of the heat ray itself in order to feel comfortable. Otherwise you'll feel too cold or feel too hot, and that's why I'm choosing these. Now again, you could put the new unit 5200 watt units in here, but you would want to definitely have a control system if you did that. Let's go ahead and look at what that footprint of heat would be. in this particular space, and you can see that, you know, this footprint of heat, if you were working in this area here, doing cooking and etc., then I think this would be probably just as good as anything else. I don't think you'd want as much intensity if you're moving around here cooking and things of that nature. I did place them centered within the patio space. You may want to have them moved so that they are centered within the standing room. That way you get to absorb the most amount of heat. And then you can also see, I'm going to go ahead and put it back where I had it there. You can also see that I placed them based on what I believe might be the correct location for the ceiling joists. Now, that point is about 5 feet from the edge of the patio into the center. So if the ceiling joists are offset than what I have them, then you may want to move them based on where those locations truly are. But if you were to move them, I would probably move them more towards the center or inside as opposed to the outside like this, because now you're wasting heat onto the barbecue section over there. But so right now I have them at 5 foot from the point here to the outside edge of the patio here. And then I believe it's like 6 feet on this distance here. Yeah, 6'8", so that you're getting good overlapping here. Now, do you need the 2 units here for this space right here only? Probably not. If you wanted to just have a space where you're heated for the purpose of cooking over here, then this 1 unit would be sufficient in my opinion. So just want to go ahead and show you that. These are flush mounted units, and you do need to have at least an 8-inch height here on the ceiling beams, and then you will need to add in a 1-hour fire rated drywall surrounding the flush mount kit itself. And then the kit itself, if we went inside here, you can see here's the heater. It's fitted into the flush mount kit. The flush mount kit is attached to the ceiling, and in this particular case I have the ceiling drop down. Let's say it's a stucco ceiling or a wooden ceiling. If it's a wooden ceiling, you want to make sure that the elevation of the heater itself is at the same elevation as the wood itself. You also want to make sure you have a minimum of 1/2 inch from here to the edge so that the ventilation holes are properly positioned in the ceiling area. And that's going to be true with the 5200 watt unit as well, if you choose that as well. There's also the need for a minimum of 18 inches of clearance from here to any edge that is combustible on the left or right on this particular project. So all right, let's go ahead and turn that ray off and look at what else I might do for this project, and that is placing possibly some CD 6024s on this portion here as well as this portion over here. I think I mentioned that they do have dropped down shades for the patio structure itself, so that is something that we want to be aware of. But as long as we are meeting the clearances to combustibles by attaching the heater to the vertical surface here, and with a angle of 30 degrees from straight down out to the center of the patio, there should be no rays penetrating the drop down screens, so that they are unaffected by the heat output. Let's go ahead. I'm going to turn off this fireplace section here just so you can see that I do have it there, and it is a good wind block as well, but I'm going to remove it so we can see what kind of footprint of heat that we're going to receive from these 2 units. And by the way, let's go ahead and see what the height is. It's going to be about 10 feet. I'm going to guess 6 inches, something of that nature, off the finished floor. So yeah, that's about 10'6" there, and let me remove that. And so that would be really the highest you would really want. In fact, I would probably want this unit down slightly. if I could go maybe just 6 inches down, I think that would be more beneficial, so that the heater is actually at that 10-foot elevation. These heaters are, you know, really designed for 10 to 12 foot mounting height, but in colder climates, that 10-foot mounting height is more ideal in my opinion. Let's go ahead and look at and again, I have these at 30 degrees pointed in towards the center. And you do also, when you have them on a vertical surface like this, mounted with 30-degree tilt, you need to make sure you have 12 inches of clearance from the top of the heater to any combustible material above the heater itself. Let's look at the footprint of heat. And you can see the footprint of heat is fairly decent. These are equivalent to about 20,600 BTUs of output of heat. Infrared is a light wave. It does not heat the air, it only heats the mass. And so I have this kind of centrally located within the structure, from the point here to the point over here. Because of the fireplace, you know, we don't need to heat up that fireplace in any way. But again, infrared heats mass. It's a light wave. You don't visually see the light wave with the human eye because infrared is invisible to the human eye. However, you want to be in that ray. If you're standing over here, for instance, and with the heaters both on full, you will not feel much warmth whatsoever. You need to be in that ray, and that's where I have these positions, so that it's physically penetrating the positions of seating positions as well as the standing position over here. And let's see if there's anything else. I think that's about it for this application, using the electric slimline, or excuse me, the CD6024 model units. Let's go ahead and turn that off and look at one other option. And that other option would be possibly using a sun pack heater. These are gas output heaters, so they do have exhaust that ventilates out here, so you want to make sure that you have some sort of ventilation through here into the attic, and then from the attic out to, you know, the atmosphere, because you will be maintaining the exhaust gases into this space here. Hot exhaust gases do flow up and fill a space until it flows out, you know, down here, and that would be an issue with the heater and any other type of objects you might have here, a fan, a light, speaker, something of that nature. So you do need to make sure you have some sort of ventilation in here. But the reason I'm showing this one is because these are 34,000 BTU output units, so their footprint of heat is a little bit larger and their intensity is a little bit higher for a space like this. I think this would be, in my opinion, a little bit of a better option. I'm going to go ahead and remove that. You can see that, you know, this isn't the ideal, you know, distance away from the heater itself. However, you are getting overlapping rays here, so this should be more comfortable. It's going to only extend the comfort that you receive from the heat during those colder climates, colder temperatures or time periods. And what I mean by that is that this is not going to be something that's going to make every single season or temperature comfortable for you. You know, personally, I live in Southern California, and when it gets down to the 40-degree level, and I have a sun pack unit like this, you know, at 40 degrees, you know, this is fine. But once it gets below 40 degrees, I'm pretty much, you know, cooler, and I need more heat in order to feel comfortable. Now, if you're accustomed to a colder climate, and you can handle, you know, things of 30 degrees or less, you know, with no heat at all, and you put a heater on, you're going to feel the warmth of that heater. Again, it's how you actually feel within the environment that you're used to. So, but yeah, this would probably be my preferred footprint of heat for this particular application, utilizing just 2 units. And yeah, I think that would be great. All right, well, I hope this has helped. If you're looking for some assistance with your outdoor heating application and you would like us to review your plans, send your information into designs@patioheat.com. And please, would you tap that like button if you find this video useful? We don't advertise, not monetize. YouTube does not support us in any way unless we receive a thumbs up from our viewers, and I truly appreciate you doing that. Thank you so much. Have an excellent day.